One of the criticisms I had of Natlan in the version update was that I didn't like the modernity of this land. You know, it's got graffiti. The wall rock paintings, the old ancient looking ones, I'm fine with. The graffiti, I'm not fine with. It looks too modern. And another criticism I had was this breakdancing that you see here. Someone commented on the video and was like, capoeira has been around, you know, for hundreds and hundreds of years. It's not like it's a modern thing. And my answer to that is yes, but no. Capoeira, apologies if I pronounce it incorrectly, it's the only way I've ever heard it pronounced. Capoeira came about for the Africans in Brazil. It's a form of fighting. It is literally a martial art. It is a style of combat. It is a dance in the way that the combat is performed, but originally, in the times this commenter was referring to, and in the times that Natlan should be pulling from, it's about combat. However, what we see here in front of us is more of the modern interpretation of capoeira, which is breakdancing, and it's just dancing. That I don't like and don't feel that it's appropriate for an old school type fantasy game like that's based in cultures and structures that are more historical in nature. I think Fontaine is probably the most recent time-wise historically, and that it took elements on, say, 1700s France. I think that's the most recent sort of inspiration we've had into that. But this is just way too modern. Having no fighting in this capoeira and breakdancing and just having it straight dancing, it's too modern for my tastes. I don't like it. If we'd used it as a combat style, it would have been fantastic. This, absolutely not. You're just ruining my immersion completely and utterly. So I dispute the claim that just because capoeira has existed for 100 years, it's not modern at all. But this is not capoeira as it existed originally. This is just breakdancing, and I don't really need it in my life. Hi, Con. Did you see that move just now? Amazing, right? Not really. You want to learn as well? Of course. Don't you want to learn it too? It's just so cool. Nah, bro, do you know how much leg strength capoeira requires just for its basic stance of the shifting backwards and forwards? Way too much leg power required. Been there. I've actually done it. It's hard. You can find dance competition at stage to Petzl every day. I really want to do one when I grow up so everyone can cheer for me when I win too. I'll work hard as I go. One of these days, I'll go taller than the stage and stronger than the DJ. Yeah, see, why do we have a DJ? That's a modern concept. I don't like it. And that'll be the day I beat everyone on the stage. Remember to stretch properly before practice. Why are we telling this kid to stretch properly? I don't know this kid. I know. That's what my mum always says too. I'll take care of myself. After all, I don't just want to become an excellent dancer. I want to become a brave and mighty warrior too. Just like Katrina. Speaking of Katrina, I still haven't practiced the moves she taught me last time.
Do it again.
Who is question mark lady? Oh, am I meant to meet question mark lady? Oh no, she's introducing us to the very modern breakdancing. Wow, as it turns out, the children of Echoes sure can dance. How I never thought the human body could perform the motions they did on stage. The rhythmic music, the exciting fireworks, all of that combined brings a totally different vibe from anything we've seen so far. Well said, Radiant Lady, and your wow warbling floating doll too. Sharp senses and distinguished too. Yes, I'm sure you have what it takes to be the vanguard of avant-garde. Okay, and a rising star amongst graffiti artists. Love, I've already just said how much I am disgusted. You have a fucking spray can in your hands. I mean, what the fuck? This is a fantasy land. Take your modern shit out of it and stick it somewhere where the sun don't shine. Dopey Dazzler? Ew. So how about it? Want to join me, the Dopey Dazzler, in grasping the latest and greatest and trendy artistic thought? No, actually, I'm strongly opposed to this. In fact, I feel violently in the opposition. Wow, here comes another person with an odd nickname. Wow, you really do wow a lot. Don't even try changing the subject. This isn't about the wow factor or a silly nickname. The important part is what this girl was talking about. Avant-garde thought. Is that the key to Natlan's artistic uniqueness? I don't see anything avant-garde about it, but sure. Ah, there we go. Very perceptive. As you can see, the vibrant dances, the frenetic music, the vivid graffiti, all of this has deep connections to the avant-garde. No, it's just disgustingly modern for my tastes. Fashions, trends, novelty, to us these are synonyms of avant-garde. As for me, the Dopey Dazzler, mainstay of the Graffiti Alliance, oh god, I just cringe reading that. I'm trying to encourage a greater understanding of such forward thinking. First Natlan, then the world. Except none of you want to leave your country, so what does it matter about the world? Not that you will tell me why you don't leave your country. That way, art will constantly evolve, and works of extraordinary aesthetic value may be produced. Ever upwards and on for large-scale graffiti work. It seems a bit abstract. A bit more specific example then. See the large work of graffiti on the stage backdrop? Yeah, I do, it's revolting. I was involved in drawing that. Yep, I can see. If that backdrop was a realistic landscape painting, a fine oil painting from Fontaine, or a mural from Samaria, I would have greater appreciation for it. Do you think it would still fit where it's currently located? I mean, yes, as long as it was Natlan in style and it wasn't, you know, specifically of a Sumerian landscape. Huh, okay, that's pretty straightforward. Paimon gets it now. So the backdrop's patterns and colours weren't as explosive, it would feel less energetic. Of course, I wouldn't claim that landscape, oil, or will paintings are bad, but when you need to emphasise vivid tension and burning soul, there's something quite like graffiti. I completely disagree. There are many things that can emphasize vivid tension and burning soul, and landscape, oil, and wall paintings can all do that. If you ask me, every tribe here in Outland has the impulse to strive ever higher, the desire to pursue strength. That's why avant-garde is our primary... Huh? I don't really see what being fashionable has to do with pursuing strength. You don't make any sense. You know, you call yourself dopey, but you're pretty knowledgeable, aren't you? Not really. She's pretty daft, if you ask me. Are you going to take us on students? What's your hourly rate? I don't want to ask either of these questions. Whoa, an old hand at the song and dance, are we? Don't worry, I'm not too fussed about all that master student stuff, and I don't care about the fortune or fame either. What we do here is share our experiences in the hope that they will bloom and bear fruit everywhere. As long as you can grasp the essence of avant-garde and create... Why are we using the term avant-garde, by the way? That's a Fontainian term that shouldn't have place in Natlan where nobody leaves the country. And create the inspired works of graffiti required. I'll be satisfied. In fact, I'd even cop up as much more and material as it took to help you grow into a graffiti master. Oh god, extra cringe. And then you can help me with sketches. What? What do you mean by sketches? Sketches of what? Is that how you get your hands on new assistants? You could also help me promote this art elsewhere and attract more talent to our alliance. Yeah, I'd have no desire to do so. After all, our goal is to create unparalleled avant-garde work on every mountain. Currently though, we number at just over 10 people, and that's just not gonna hack it. My back and waist, if I had to carry dyes and paints all day, my bones would be left crooked and my shoulders and thighs a mess too, no doubt. I really don't care. You should get a job. Paimon was going to say that there seemed to be something fishy about all this. But since you're being so honest, guess there can't be anything too off here. And you know, Lunara, learning graffiti art doesn't sound too, but it sounds like a waste of my time. We could probably draw something to mark our territory and scare off monsters and baddies. I don't think the monsters or baddies care about your graffiti. Haha, yes, that's the spirit. In that case, let's get to it. Oh god. Now, our work isn't too strict about painting skills. It's all about the mindset. Let us begin, therefore. Therefore, why would you put it there in the sentence? It makes no sense. Also, therefore has no relevance to the previous sentence. Therefore is unnecessary. Therefore is unnecessary. By taking the measure of avant-garde, can you stop using that word? I swear it doesn't mean what you think it means. The measure? You mean the principles. Close enough. In short, we need to find the inspiration to break out of our constraints and express ourselves freely. Once you've done this, you'll be able to seize upon the scenery even amidst a speedrun challenge and discover the limits of human movement in the midst of close-quarter combat, just as I do. What the fuck does that have to do with graffiti? That way, you'll discover the exaggerated line work you need for graffiti. As for colour schemes, we make use of combinations found in the natural world. You'll be surprised by how many surprises it has in store. It sounds familiar, but there's something a bit off. Observing lines of motion while racing and fighting, collecting materials and studying colours. These methods of studying aesthetics really are kind of different. Guess that's Natlan for you. Anyway, take a skybook and this camera and go forth throughout Natlan. Might as well enjoy the unique sights and sounds when you learn, eh? And once you're back, I'll use what you've seen and heard to help come up with an avant-garde, again with that bloody word, philosophy you can best understand. I just don't think she's using it the way it's supposed to be used. Oh, Jesus, that was bright. Oh, this was compulsory. Rip. Traces of artistry. Inspiration collected. Reward preview. Statue of a 7. Okay. Take photos of long-necked rhinos doing 2 different actions. Unlock a viewpoint. Why are you yelling at me? Oh, I already did it. That's what I did when I first got here. Punch flow. I have to go find a challenge. Okay. Harvestable, saurian claw succulent, gather 6, and the 4 I was given doesn't count. Take photographs of Tapatlosaur whelps doing 2 different poses. It's hard because they only have a pose in one style. Silhouette's intrinsic nature, 1 and 2. No, that's flow of lines, and I've got to complete another challenge with a specific rating. Right. Okay, how does one access that screen exactly? Is that here? Okay, that's what the main thing was. Okay, I see.
Sorry, I'm trying to...
Is this the camera? Yes, I suppose we better equip that because it'll probably need that one to be the camera that takes the pictures.
Do you need help with anything?
Pockley and Tano? That timber sounds pretty good. I'm assuming his turntabling skills have become even better. Like turntables, why? His turntabling skills have always been pretty good, but this time I think the credit has got to go to the new record pressing technique. Oh, you mean what we talked about last time regarding the new liquid phlogiston method? You've already managed to make it work? Of course, don't underestimate me. Oh, never. I'm just really happy for you. It's still an experimental phase. I'm still gathering feedback even as I watch the show. Sounds like it's pretty difficult to control the movement of the record when you're trying to scratch it. Seems like there's still room for improvement.
You mean the ones pressed using the new technique?
Like, really? A DJ? Seriously? Again, modernity. Anyway, there is a Tapatlosaur over here. Oh! Hey, I found Kachina. Anyway, you. See, they don't do more poses. They do literally one pose. So it's going to be interesting trying to find a second picture. Oh, go, 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 go. Oh, it was moving. Should I just stand here and wait for you to not stand leisurely? I mean, how long is this going to take? Oh, it's the standing leisurely we didn't have. I see. There you go. Now we have both. Yay! Knew I could get that if I just stared at it. Where is it there? Thank you very much. I'll be taking those primer gems. See, it doesn't... Graffiti completed. It looks like I'm just getting a sticker collection, honestly. Which is embarrassing, but it is what it is. Okay, hi. Katina, I'm here. I'm totally here. Let's go. Oh.
Whoa. That thing over there looks super intimidating.
Ooh,
you sure it's not gonna fall off? Don't worry. Our tribe works closely with stone. That's one of our symbols, actually.
The drill?
It's not going anywhere, I promise you.
It was Pyroculus, right? I get it! Okay, I don't need to use it for you to get rid of the marking. Pyroculus. Yes, that is what it's called. Ooh, I like the banners. I've got their animal on it.
Many of our tribespeople love music and dance and have an amazing sense of rhythm. In the past, Outlanders have come here just to study our culture and exchange views. My parents wanted me to learn dance, but I wanted to become a warrior instead.
But If you guys want to share your culture, why do you never leave your home to do so? Why do you always depend on others to come to you? It's a little self-centered. Ooh, these stairs look nice. Could just be the branches of fire, but they look nice.
Hey, it's Io! Come on, over here! Woo!
Good grief, it's almost as tall as
Allow
she
me to
is.
introduce you. This is Io, my Saurian companion, and also an important member of my family.
What a happy little Tapatlosaurus.
He's saying hello. I think he likes you.
Saurian? So in that land, you consider Saurians to be part of your family?
I mean, they're like pets, I guess.
Of course. Natlan is not only a nation of heroes, but also a nation of Saurians. They occupy an important place in every tribe.
I still don't think that Saurians requires a capital letter. I think it should be lowercase.
Outlanders always seem to think of Io as my pet, but that's not the case at all. Io and I go on adventures together, but he also has a Saurian family and a place to stay of his own. Sometimes he even brings his entire family over to eat at our house.
I hope he tells you in advance so you can prepare enough food, otherwise that's just plain rude.
The children of Echoes have the closest ties to the Tapetlisaurs, which are naturally very friendly to humans. That's how our relationship became what it is today. All Saurians have their own personalities, but I think calling them our companions pretty much sums it up. See? Io agrees with me.
Diaba!
Oh! You're here too!
No way! You have a Saurian companion too! Oh, what a sweet little thing! I think your friend here will get along with Io just fine.
Can I see the left hand, well, technically the right side of Io's face? I don't remember Io having the red markings, just like Diaba does.
Alright, you two go
Yeah.
have fun. I've got some
So it's-
important business to handle, and then I'll be right back.
Exclusive to Diaba. Okay, I mean, plus the scarf.
No mischief, okay? And you better not go leading your new friend astray, or I'm telling your parents.
We clearly don't seem concerned about taking Diaba to find his family. I thought that's what we were going to do when we came here. Okay, I need to go back though, Katrina. There's so much I missed. People that I need to go back and talk to.
This is the most cherished and most sacred item in our tribe. It symbolizes the
Piece of
Wayab
obsidian.
that protects us and grants us blessings.
And she said Wyob.
Wayab? Is that a god of some sort?
Sort of. We believe the Wayab dwell beneath the earth, while the Pyro Archon hails from above. We hold regular gatherings here, actually. Our chief recounts and interprets dreams relating to our Wayab to decipher its will.
So you don't actually have any connection to this entity that doesn't exist. You getting your ancient name is just because some chief had a dream and decided to give you an ancient name. Sure.
The Wayab know the past and can foresee the future. Isn't that extraordinary?
I'll believe it when I see it. Where can I meet one of these people?
Huh.
Creatures.
Kachina.
Entities. Things.
What are you doing here?
Pakal? Packle?
Chief! Oh, let me introduce you. This is Pakal, the chief of our tribe.
What is that weapon? She's massive. She looks like she hurts a lot when you sling it at somebody.
Chief, these two just arrived in Natlan. They're super accomplished adventurers, and they're letting me stick by them so I can learn a thing or two.
He doesn't look amused at all.
Hello?
Kachina is a child of our tribe.
I am
Her
aware.
safety's my responsibility, so I'll just come out and say it. I don't know how you met her, but I'm gonna need you to prove your identity.
My identity as what? As Lunara? Can you be what?
Whoa. There's no need for that, Chief. They're good people. I can feel it.
A feeling isn't going to satisfy your parents, Kachina.
It's a valid concern. I get it. I mean, I kind of don't. if you're allowing a child to roam your country by herself on the pilgrimage of the sacred flame, getting into all kinds of fights and all kinds of trouble by herself, who she goes with should be largely irrelevant. You're already trusting her to do, the biggest thing you could. I don't think who I am is even remarkably relevant when you're already allowing that.
How about, we show you our adventurer handbook? It's where all our previous travels are recorded.
I don't think he would care.
The people who belong to the Adventurers Guild are kind of a
Exactly.
mixed bag. I'd prefer something more reliable.
See, the problem you run into, Pakal, shit, I've already forgotten how you pronounce his name. The problem you're running into is that you are a secluded nation. You do not travel beyond your borders. Yes, you allow others to come within and you are, usually open arms, welcoming. But the point is, you don't leave. You don't get to immerse yourself in other cultures, and you're not necessarily as open as you pretend to be to outside concepts, in which case the Adventurers Guild would be one of those concepts. So you would not view the Adventurers Guild handbook or guild as a whole as anything favorable. You won't look at anything outside of your nation as favorable. Therefore, I cannot prove my identity because everything I have is from outside of your land. So unless you give me a challenge right now, which is just irritating and doesn't make much sense plot-wise, there's literally nothing I can offer you that you would have faith in because of your country's secluded nature.
You're the Traveler, and you're Paimon, her familiar.
What?
Paimon is a guide! Jeez, these rumors are getting out of control. Well, okay, maybe this one's not that bad. It does make you seem super powerful and mysterious, Traveler.
Where are you getting your information from?
Wait, is there something special about those names?
I would like to know why he thinks there's something special about those names.
You haven't heard?
From whom?
Nope.
Can you elaborate, please?
Learn well from her, Kachina. It's unlikely you've ever had a teacher of greater merit.
Double thumbs up? Bro, are you bipolar? Where did you hear about us before?
Really? To earn that kind of praise from the chief, you guys must be even stronger than I thought.
Cute. Ow, my elbow. But that's a clear animation. Don't do it.
Apologies for not trusting your word.
Where did you hear about us?
Oh, don't worry about it. You were just doing your duty.
Well, Kachina's still young, so you can never be too careful.
Is he seriously never going to bring it up?
As for you, Kachina,
Seriously?
isn't registration about to close? Why haven't you had it out yet?
That feels like kind of an important plot point. Who on the outside has come to your nation and brought word of who we are and our deeds? Oh, I say "our" and "we," but me and my deeds. I find that a little hard to believe, and also hard to believe that you would suddenly assume that we're those people for no reason whatsoever. There's no reason for you to have made that correlation. There's no reason for you to have believed that the great mighty traveler would come to your tiny secluded nation. I call shenanigans.
Don't worry, Chief. I told my teammates to go ahead. I'll catch up with them in a bit. I may not be much of a fighter, but I am quick on my feet.
Kachina's trying not to worry him, huh?
I see. Well, I hope I wasn't interrupting anything just now. If I did, just tell me where you left off, and I might be able to help with the explanations.
Let me think. I told them about the Wayab, so now's the perfect time to dive into ancient names.
Oh, we do cover it.
Good thing you're here, Chief. I don't think I could explain it very well.
I was concerned that side little conversation was all we're going to get. Thank God we will get the main context here.
Oh, right. That word kept popping up in our conversation earlier. So what does it mean exactly?
It's two words, Paimon, ancient and name.
Well, Natlan is a nation of heroes whose valiant deeds are preserved and passed down over time in the form of stories. You can think of an ancient name almost like a label for these stories. By mentioning an ancient name, we remind ourselves of the epic sagas of heroes past.
For example, the most famous bearer of my ancient name fought in 27 Night Warden Wars.
I mean, that sounds like a lot, but you haven't yet explained what a Night Warden War is, so I can't really understand the gravity of 27 of them when I don't really know what they are.
By the time he fought in his last one, he was already over 60 years old. Even though he wasn't quite where he used to be physically speaking, he still managed to achieve top rankings during the pilgrimage. Impressive, right?
I guess we're not going to ask about the wars. So why do people inherit ancient names?
Ancient names allow us to preserve the stories of the past, but they're also much more than that. Think of an ancient name almost like an heirloom passed down from generation to generation. Do you have your stone on you, Kachina?
Of course. Here, take a look.
Oh, it's the same stone. Still looks like obsidian to me, as the Wyob.
Whoa, that black stone looks so mysterious. It's like there's something shiny inside
Well,
it.
there's words inside it. It looks like a feather.
The Wyob decide who is deserving of inheriting an ancient name. Once a successor is selected, the name becomes theirs to bear, and their deeds are then preserved within it.
A certain ancient name's restricted to certain tribes. So her, was it Uthakati or whatever term they used? Her ancient name, is that exclusive to this? What are they? Children of the Echoes? Oh, it says right there, Chief Children of the Echoes. Yeah, so is her ancient name just the Children of Echoes heirloom, so to speak, and the other tribes have their own assortment of names they pass down? Or are these ancient names sort of Natlam wide, and then the Wyob just, designates them as it sees fit across the tribes? I'm very curious about this answer, because that would give a very enriching lore and history to this place, if I had an answer for that.
As time passes, ancient names come to represent the heroic deeds of more and more bearers, and their value becomes even more profound. In turn, the accomplishments preserved within it serve as an inspiration for the next generation of successors.
Just like me. I'm still not sure why our Wyob chose me of all people. But if I didn't know the stories of all the past heroes, how they never stopped fighting, I probably would have given up a long time ago.
So what was your ancient name again? I don't remember. So it's like a form of mental fortitude. I can see that.
Then you're saying this stone doesn't have any actual
No, it's
power?
just a representation,
Like it's
Paimon.
not gonna make Paimon super strong or smart?
No. It's just an acknowledgement, a physical acknowledgement of the bestowing of an ancient name. I was gonna say bestowment, and I'm like, that is not a word.
None at all. And that is precisely how it exercises its unique value.
Think of it this way. If you become a hero because the heavens granted you strength, are your triumphs earned or given?
Become a hero 'cause- hard to say. That is quite the quandary. I don't know.
Oh, Paimon gets it. If people start to ask those kinds of questions, the stories suddenly become a lot less inspirational.
Someone had this to say about ancient names. Our forebears carved miracles into obsidian rock.
It is
Yet
obsidian.
future bearers looked upon them and saw strength. The miracles of the past become the motivations of the present. The limitations of the past become the breakthroughs of today. That's more or less the gist of it. So there's no rush, Kachina. Many people struggle to understand the Wyob's judgment after receiving an ancient name. As long as you never stop trying to improve your abilities and surpass yourself, your time will come.
Thank you, Chief. I'll get it together, just you watch. Well, it's getting late. I've got to get to the Stadium of the Sacred Flame. Oh, right. I'm not sure where you're headed, but mind taking a detour with me?
Is that where the pilgrimage is taking place?
Yep. And outside of competition season, it's the place where our intertribal gatherings are held.
Will the pirate Archon be there?
Of course. She's the most important figure in the entire event.
Sounds like a plan then. Let's go!
Well,
Haven't finished with the
if
town.
the Traveler and Paimon are with you,
Tribe?
then I don't need to worry about your safety. Be on your way now.
All right, we're off. See you later, Chief.
I haven't finished here. Hold up. Oh, nope. We're just going to keep going.
I got so carried away just now. I didn't consider what would happen if our destinations were different.
Can I follow you and learn from you? And oh, we're not going the same way about that.
Luckily, that's not the case. Or, well, I guess we just have to meet up after the tournament.
You sure it's okay you didn't tell the chief about your team?
Chief Pakal's a really nice guy. If he knew the truth, he might even ask to join me.
And you don't want him to get hurt.
But he's not as young as he used to be. And he's got some old injuries that still bother him.
I just saw somebody
cut out for any more attempts.
with red tattoos in the background. So the blue is not an indication of her tribe.
He'll find out what really happened when he sees me compete. I'm sure I'll get an earful for lying, but this is for the best.
You're a very considerate person.
Yeah. Your teammates left you high and dry and you made sure they didn't feel guilty about it.
It's not their fault, really. The pilgrimage is extremely important to the people of Natlan. We all grow up listening to stories about the heroes of the past and dream of becoming warriors with the strength to defend our nation, not out of a selfish desire for glory, but to lend our strength to a greater cause. Anyway, don't worry about it for now. Once you witness the spectacle for yourself, maybe it'll all start to make more sense. It'll also be a great opportunity to experience our culture and history. Alright, time to leave our settlement. Let's head that way. Our last stop, the Statue of the Seven, is also in that direction. Let's go!
I think I'll have to follow her to the statue. I mean, we'll wait and see, but I think I'll have to follow her. Oh, I don't? Just go to the statue. Yeah, okay. And they both, this lady and Kachina both have like a thigh tattoo, but they're on different legs and they also look different. So the design is not the same across the tribes either, which sucks. It would have been really cool if there was consistency across each tribe with the type of design, placement, and the coloring, just to make it seem more uniform. But it seems that is not the case. Hoa does not have any tattoos. Hi, Hoa.